You're listening to the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Miraz and John Suter. The show is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm located in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the E-Commerce Minute is brought to you by Frameology. Frameology is simple, beautiful framing for the photos you love. Pick a frame, upload a photo, done. Free shipping on orders over $50. Start shopping at Frameology.com. And E-Commerce Minute podcast listeners get 10% off at checkout with the code PODCAST. Frameology. Simple, beautiful framing for the photos you love.
This is the E-Commerce Minute for December 20th, 2017. Poland to phase out Sunday shopping.
Poland's lawmakers have approved a law that will phase out Sunday shopping by the year 2020, as the government pushes ahead with what it sees as a return to Roman Catholic values. The bill passed despite criticism that it may eliminate thousands of jobs. The legislation, proposed by trade unions, passed by a vote of 254 to 156 and will gradually phase out shopping on Sundays in order to provide workers with a day of rest and allow more time to spend with their families. The law will limit Sunday shopping to the first and last Sunday of the month from March 1st until the end of 2018, only the last Sunday of the month in 2019, and then ban it completely starting in 2020. There will be some exceptions that will allow for Sunday shopping, like Christmas and Easter holidays. Also, online shops and bakeries are to be exempted from the ban. The bill must now be signed into law by Polish Parliament President Andrzej Duda. Critics say it would negatively affect Poland's economy, eliminating tens of thousands of jobs and hurt supermarket chains, which are mostly Western.
Good pronunciation of that name there, buddy.
Thank you.
So I'm originally from Poland. I grew up in communism, and Sunday shopping was actually closed. You do not shop on Sundays, which is kind of interesting that it's coming back. I get where the critics are like going, hey, it's going to eliminate a whole bunch of jobs, but a lot of European countries are this. I mean, obviously, Roman Catholic values, I mean, Sundays is church day. That's just the thing. And Poland is majority very Catholic. So they're bringing that stuff back. I don't know. I have a weird feeling about this because I've grew up, most of life here now. So I'm like, well, this is going to suck for people who work in these things, Yeah.
And it's funny. Online shops and bakeries are exempted from the ban. So e-commerce still wins.
Sure. And bakers, that was always the thing because you go to church and then you go to bakery, pick up bread and stuff like that. It's just going back to what it used to be. Just fine.
I'm just wondering why. And without getting too political, I know that there's a lot of nationalism occurring in Poland.
Yep.
That's
pretty much it.
Pretty much behind it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. And you can see that. I mean, here too, there's a sect of online shops and stuff like that. They're just closed from Friday night till Saturday night.
Right.
And they're literally like, it's not only the stores are closed, but their online shops are closed.
Right. Hasidic Jews, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's for their holiday. It is every, obviously for, which is fine. I mean, it's one of those things. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
All right. Well, it's good for the workers. And I guess as like everything else, people will adapt. The other side of the argument is that this is not, we really don't live in a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday world anymore. And I wonder, especially when you look at the younger people who live a different way than I hate to say it, the older generation, how this is going to be received and how long this might stay as the quote unquote millennials come into power and go, this is kind of silly.
Yeah. I mean, it's all of it is mostly based on, it's having old school stuff and new people are going to come in and just redo it all the time.
Right. It's old values, which I can appreciate, but I don't know if it makes all that much sense given how people work these days.
Correct.
And that's, I get some broader conversation, I suppose.
And day of rest is day of rest. Doesn't mean it's Sunday.
Right. Exactly. All right. Good one. Any final thoughts?
That's it.
All right. Your e-commerce minute show notes are available on ecommerceminute.co. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, subscribe to E-commerce Minute anywhere podcasts are available. You can also read the show notes and listen to previous episodes at ecommerceminute.co. And finally, if you've got feedback or suggestions for the show, reach out to us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.